Hi guys, it's Rodney here again. So for this episode, I have three very good friends with me and they are very beautiful ladies, alright? So that's the good news. But the not so good news is that they are actually married and they are mostly mothers and a mother-to-be. Alright, so for this episode, I'm going to cover something that you might want to know about, that is motherhood in the self-employed industry. All three of them are actually insurance agents and they have been there for quite some time. So I want to ask them about how they actually tackle motherhood while being self-employed. Okay, so on the right of me, we have the very beautiful.
Hi everyone, I'm Joanne. I'm 31 this year. I have been in the financial industry for 8 years now. I have a little girl, a daughter that's 3 years old.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Betty. So I am 29 this year. I am going to be giving birth in another 2 months plus time. So I'm on my 7th month of pregnancy. Been in the industry for about 2 years plus.
Hi, my name is Stella. I'm 29 this year. So I've been in the industry for about 4 years and I'm a mom to a 6-month-old son.
Okay, so today we have Joanne, Betty and Stella. So how I knew them, right, was that you probably know that I used to be from the insurance industry and all three of them are actually my ex-colleagues. Right, so today I'm a little bit more nervous because then sitting right with that three beautiful ladies, right? But I'll do my best to actually tackle these questions on motherhood. Okay, so the first question for you guys, right, is being a mother and what a mother to be, right? Does self-employment in the insurance industry allow you to spend more time with your family? Because for myself, I actually work a lot over the weekend, right? I don't meet my family at all. I also seldom get to see my girlfriend. So it's very tough for me in that way. Is it a myth or does it really allow you more work-life balance?
Okay, I think it's very dependent on which part of your career are you at and how old is your kid. So for example, like for myself, right, when I just gave birth in 1/8, my career was okay, but I was still trying to do a breakthrough in my career. My girl was very young, so what I did was afternoon, I'll take care of my girl and spend a lot of time with her so I don't miss any like those little milestones for her. Then at night, I'll go for appointment and weekends. Right now, because my career is very stabilized already, so I prioritize my family a bit more. So on weekends, I try not to put appointments. Yeah.
But can like weekends no appointment, it's really tough.
Okay, so for some clients, they work at a basis where like Monday to Saturday, they cannot have breaks. For exceptions, I will meet them on weekends on Sunday.
But rarely.
Rarely, yeah. Then I'll put them in the morning. So at least in the evening, right, we still can do family time together. So I think it's very flexible. For me, I really like this and for my husband, not in this line, I think it's quite a good combination.
So Betty and Stella, they all go appointment on weekends?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we are all not privileged like her.
Yeah, it's flexible. Like when they say we have flexible timing, right? Technically, which also means that we work 24/7.
I agree with you.
In the middle of the night, if the client got into some accident, they call you still gotta pick up, right? But of course, at the same time, if you want to go holiday, there's a certain period of time, like 1 week you cannot work. You can just do basic servicing, then you don't do sales. So it's just the sales figure that suffers a little bit.
But Betty, I want to have you right. Okay, so now that you are heavily pregnant, is it hard for you to get about? Does it reduce your ability to maybe prospect? Does it reduce your ability to be more mobile? And does it affect the way that you are able to help your clients?
I think at the start of the pregnancy, right, the tummy didn't matter at all. Because at that point of time, Singapore's COVID situation was very controlled. So instead of pregnancy actually limiting like how I prospect clients or my meeting of clients, COVID was actually the one that limited me. Because like I wasn't vaccinated. And my husband didn't really want me to go out to meet people because I'm pregnant and not vaccinated But I'm very lucky that my husband is actually my manager as well. So there are certain servicing that he could actually do for me. So when Singapore's situation of COVID like turned for the worst, right, I stayed home a lot more. So my clients were very understanding, thankfully. So a lot of like servicings were done via video calls and my husband physically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your husband actually helped you a lot in managing your clients?
Servicing wise right now, like collecting claims, like certain clients, they don't understand that we can do e-claims right now. So we have to go down there and collect the receipt
Last time.
Yeah, but for older clients, they still don't know how to take photos. So I still ask my husband to go down and take the photo.
So now actually, hey, during my time, right, we don't have take photo one. I still remember that a lot of times, right, I had to go down to collect the receipt physically lah. So that's something that I feel that technology has really helped us. So I think insurance, you get that additional advantage because you cannot really sell a house. You cannot say, hey, just view the house, view the video, then buy lah. Yeah, it's very tough, it's very tough. You know, so a lot of times, like even for showing, I still have to be there physically. So I think in insurance, you have the additional advantage in the element. Stella, your kid is barely a year old, right? 6 months old,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
6 months, correct.
I don't have a kid yet, but correct me if I'm wrong. That this is the phase, right, where you have a lot of late night, a lot of sleepless
At
night.
the start, yes, correct.
So my question to you, right, is that does this timing with your kids affect the way you run your day-to-day?
To be honest, at the start it's quite difficult because you just delivered, so I had no expectations of how I can manage both my career as well as bring up a child. So the first month or two, I just give myself a breather, meaning to say that I actually tried breastfeeding in the sense that every 2-3 hours I wake up. Any appointments that I do have, then I will just try to shift it online. Unless for some clients, like what Betty mentioned, they are quite old, they are quite elderly, they can't really do it online in that sense. Then after which I will go down and meet them personally. But for the first, I think 2-3 weeks, I was serving my confinement, so I couldn't really move about as I used to. So I will try to just delay as possible. So I think that this job allows me to work around according to my own schedule, which I really like because now that I have a kid, I will prefer to spend the mornings, the afternoons with my child. Then evenings and night as well as weekends, I will always run appointments.
So I think it's still manageable in that sense, just that because of the kid, you probably will be more tired, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And because I think at the start I was breastfeeding, then after which it come to a point whereby you can't have the best of both worlds, right? After a month or two, I actually dropped breastfeeding. But it was very fortunate that my boy managed to, pick up formula. Luckily for me as well, my husband is also very supportive of my, work.
Yeah, so I mean, being a mom, especially for the first few months, is definitely more tiring. So I think that's something that everybody has to manage, right? Because in the self-employment industry, you don't really have this thing called maternity leave. Maybe one more question is that, so what's your advice for our young mothers to be? Can it really be done, this time management thing, or is it really very, very tough?
The key is to start very early. I started my insurance career when I was 23. So the initial part of insurance, right, I don't deny it's very tough. I spend many hours on weekends, on weekdays, working and prospecting. It's really very tough, but as I progress in my career, and then it gets easier and easier. Yeah, so when I became a mother, I was already on my 5th, going 6th year. Yeah, so now that I'm in my 8th year, my girl is 3 years old, right? I feel very blessed that I joined the insurance industry actually, because I have a lot of time on hand for my girl, and she's in kindergarten, so most of the time she's in school. Then I can send her to school, I can pick her up. And I think most importantly for a lot of working moms, right, in the corporate world is especially when your kid is sick and when your child is very young, like Stella kid, right? Yeah, they actually fall sick very often, or when they go school, they fall sick very often. And for a lot of corporate working moms, they have to take leave. And you only have 7 days of childcare leave additional. But for me, when my girl is sick, my husband doesn't actually have to take leave. Yeah, so I'll be the one at home, then I'll take care of her lah.
So actually, if you recall in my past video, I think one of the good things about insurance is that you get renewals, right? You also get things like benefits, like bonus. The hard work is really more at the front. Whereas for real estate, right, when one deal passes, then most likely it's the end of it. Right? So, but of course, it's important to get referrals. That's why your health is very important. Important to join early, right? Work hard early. Yeah. So when you become a mom in 3 to 4 years, you can actually not go for appointment on weekends. That's something I hear the first time in my life as a self-employed individual. Okay, my weekends are super packed and super tight on. So that's something that you have to know. Always I believe as a lot of people say, husband, wife, one must be employed for stability, right? So one must have been self-employed in case anything goes wrong, they still got the CPF or whatsoever. So what are your thoughts in terms of the financial having both of you guys being self-employed?
In the insurance industry, if you are hardworking, you won't go hungry one.
Yep.
Okay, so 2 person both in insurance industry, if both not hardworking, then habis lah, die.
Okay.
But if at least one of you guys are hardworking, then at least won't go hungry. So that is the amount of stability that you have in the industry is just how hardworking you are. So don't really have to have like definite pay. Because as I think Rodney has previously mentioned, we have this thing called recurring ma. So as long as you are hardworking for a long enough period, you also have definite pay.
Will you ever come to a point where, let's say, your husband feel that you are not hardworking enough, or vice versa? Like, so did you all argue about this kind of thing?
Have recently, because like he don't really want me to go out. So then you are like, don't have sales. I was like, I cannot go out. Then after that, we'll quarrel a little bit lah. But at the end of the day, being like both in the sales industry, you all will push each other. It will end up being a sort of motivation.
Yeah, so I think it's also something to note that if you work closely with each other as husband and wife, right, then there will be a degree of friction, right? Stella, I mean, previously, before you joined insurance, right, you were working for corporate for how long?
So I graduated at the age of about 23. So I was in a corporate industry for about, say, 2 years.
So I feel that one very different thing about self-employment and also corporate is always the medical benefits. Do you feel that self-employment, right, is it worth it to bear the medical cost?
Okay, so for insurance industry, everything is about numbers, everything is about figures, right? So if you get to a certain tier, then after which basically you are still working, you still earn money for the
Decent
company.
amount.
Yes, decent amount. Then you'll get medical benefits. So it's not just medical, there's also dental benefits as well. So
Wait, but pregnancy benefits don't have, right?
Sorry?
Pregnancy benefits.
Pregnancy don't have.
Not that I know of.
And actually, for companies, right, even for corporate job, it depends on what kind of company. I mean, if you are in from a very big, I don't know, bank or big firm, then probably they will give like pregnancy lump sum benefits. But for my understanding, I mean, previously when I was in the corporate industry, they do not have such, lump sum benefits. The only thing they had was the 4 months maternity. I mean, that's compulsory lah from the government.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. Correct.
But so basically what you're saying is that because you are earning much more before you are pregnant, provided you're hardworking of course. Okay. But in insurance you don't get medical benefits, right? Okay.
But we do get the government, they will still pay out for self-employed. So,
For 2
but
months.
it's not 4 months lah, but 2 months lah. But it's based on your last year's
NOA lah.
NOA.
Oh, correct. I didn't know about this. So when I got pregnant, I think in the last 2 months of pregnancy, then I messaged Joanne. I was like, oh, there's this compulsory government grant, or they give you a 2 months salary based on what was your NOA previously. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that was
NOA
additional
very
factor.
good lah. So not that bad.
They kept it at
10K per month.
10,000
Yeah.
per month.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
correct.
So the advice for you is that before you get pregnant, try to earn at least 10K a month.
Yeah, your NOA should be around
Work as
there.
hard as
Yeah.
possible. So my husband was pushing me. He was like, hey Stella, you should work more because you have to milk the government.
No,
scheme.
milk. Okay, this one cannot. This one.
Oh, this one cannot.
Okay, this one cannot. But in the insurance, you also have medical benefits, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, let me share something with you guys lah. For real estate, right? From my knowledge, we don't. No matter if you are a top producer, and we don't provide medical benefits, right? I'm not sure why exactly, but because I feel that for companies, insurance in Singapore, they are all MNCs lah, so I feel that they are able to provide better benefits as compared to real estate as well. What do the medical benefits cover, you guys?
Dental.
Dental.
Dental is very good.
Medical, GP visits.
GP, wow.
Yeah, I think the most important one is the clinical card. Yeah. So with that card, right, you can see doctor, practically for free lah.
Does it cover your family as well?
Okay, so
You can add your family.
for our company, it's like for example, I'm covered with medical and dental, right? So they give you the option whether you want to add like your husband and your kid.
So you can actually add your husband and your child, just that you have to pay more.
Correct. So actually for agents ourselves, right, we don't need to pay for the medical. We don't, right? We don't need to pay.
have to pay.
Yeah.
Unless you want to upgrade your tier.
But that's
Yeah.
only for, I think,
I-
those death benefit.
Yeah, if you want to upgrade your tier to a higher tier, if not, there's no need to pay.
So whatever they give you as a package, right, it's free. Unless you want to add like for the spouse or for your kid, then they'll give you a code lah, like how much you need to pay additional.
Yeah, so I think that's one difference that I realized when I came over from the insurance to the real estate industry is that medical benefits are provided for them, but of course I do believe there's a certain tier of performance that you have to abide by before they are able to give you the medical coverage lah. But for real estate, it's probably don't have. Yeah, so that's something that you might want to know as well if you are looking to join either of the industries. Okay? Okay, so I think before we conclude the video, right, I think let's address something that I think will help the viewers a lot. Yeah, so if today, let's say I'm a mom of a 1-year-old daughter or 2-year-old son, right? So would you actually still advise them out of your own heart, honestly, to join self-employed industry?
You need a very supportive husband.
So that's the key. Yeah. Why so?
Because when I was progressing in my career, right, and I had no time at home, I'm going for appointments all weekends. My husband is actually the one who take over everything, bring her out, feed her, bathe her. If your husband is not very supportive, especially when you're in this line, right, it's going to be very difficult for the both of you. Yeah, because he worked Monday to Friday also. Weekends is also a rest time for him. Yeah, so taking care of a baby, honestly, it's more tiring than working.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very tiring. Yeah.
I think as a man, I mean, I don't have a kid yet, but I never thought that it would be that tiring. Only work is the most tiring one.
I think there's actually a lot of factors there. So if you are unhappy at your current job or you are not earning enough to support your child, then why not just join something like self-employed, but technically taking into account that you're gonna have to spend more time to build your self-employment environment. Okay, but I mean it gives you a chance to earn a lot more than you could have been earning in your office. But of course, if you are earning like 20k in your office, then just stay there.
Okay. So 20k is the benchmark. So anything above 20k, don't join.
But if you're earning 20k in your office, means probably the circle of friends that you have are probably well-to-do. And if you do join the industry, and then you can sell to those well-to-do friends, you might be earning more than 20k. So it really depends on how happy you are and if you are satisfied with your current work environment.
I think that actually apart from the monetary side, right, which is like, you can have a chance to actually earn more, but for working moms, or in fact, if you're a mom of, let's say, kids, 1 kid, 2 kids, another concern or another option that you might be thinking is that, you want to spend more time with your kids. You want the flexibility. So this was also one of I think, the biggest perk, to be honest, for me in this industry. So I can actually dictate as and when I can actually spend time with my child. But aside from that, I think one key takeaway is that if you are intending to join this industry, which is the self-employed industry, you need to have the discipline, because I allocate a certain hours, like let's say mornings and afternoons, I will definitely be with my child. Then evenings, nights, I will do callings, I will do follow-ups to set my appointments for the weekends, do reviews, claims. So your time management has to be much more effective or more efficient when you become a mom lah. Yeah.
Okay, so I think what they are saying is that we don't deny the fact that the first few years of self-employment is really going to be a tough journey, right? Yeah, so you have to put your time into prospect and you have to go and find clients, right? Being a working mom is definitely hard, right? Even you employed, self-employed, it's also tough, right? So I think one of the bright sides they say that is that after these first 3-4 years, or even the first 2 years, where you really when it's a trial, right, you will really get the renewal, right, the recurring. Yeah, so it will get much better from there. Yeah, you can actually get your referral, service your existing clients, and see how you're able to restructure their portfolio. Yeah, so that's something that I just want to share with you guys, and I think it's very good to have like young brothers coming here and giving you another perspective on how they juggle family life and also their kids. So before I end off this video, right, you're all recruiting?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think if you have any questions, right, you can feel free to drop them a DM on Instagram. I just put your Instagram DM below, right? So yeah. They are very fun people, so not to worry. So I really enjoyed my time with them while I was in insurance. Okay, so y'all have any last words before we conclude the video or not?
Okay, I just want to say, right, I do work on weekends, okay? So if you want to buy insurance, you still can call me.
So Joanne do work on weekends, right? But maybe family
I prioritize my family more since that my career is very, very stable now. Yeah, but if you really want to meet me on weekends, I'll be there.
If she's not there, I am there.
so I mean, you can tell they are doing pretty well for themselves, right? Yeah. So if you want to find out how they do it and their whole journey, just drop them a DM, and I believe that they are more happy to share with you, right? Okay, so I think we have come to the end of this video. So thank you, Joanne, Betty, and Stella for coming down, and for Miss Betty, the smooth delivery, right? So I think by the time you watch this video, highly possibly might give birth. so just wish her a smooth delivery, and they are also very good friends of mine. If you want to know more about the insurance industry, feel free to talk to them, right? See how they can help you. And if you feel that I've value added to you in one way or another, do consider subscribe and also dropping a like as well. Alright, so you can find me on my Instagram. If you need anything about real estate, feel free as well. Alright, if not, I'll see you guys soon and take care. Bye bye.